We continue to do magic with EIDL loans, but could the magic happen with you next? Hey everybody, this is LALATE with a second stimulus check and stimulus package update for today. This one's about EIDL loan and grants, that wonderful thing that just heats up like bacon on a griddle. If you're new to this channel, thanks for joining. As always, like and subscribe to this channel and drop your comments below, and we may feature them in tomorrow's recording, but ultimately I probably won't. I will be responding to your questions in DM in the private, which is the new normal. And please hit the bell on the front of this channel so you get an alert every time you hear the word the private. Drink a shot of tequila. No, I'm just kidding. I will be going over with you really magic that has happened in the last 24 hours. First, five loans approved by me personally. Well, I didn't approve them, but gotten approved because of me personally in the last 8 hours. It literally has been gangbusters today. Real incredible magic. I am getting loans processed and approved literally within minutes. 5 approved, and it's only the half point of the day. I mean, we are really doing magic as a team. The 2 mentors in the chat, in the private, also incredible. So let me explain to you what's going on if you're new to this channel, and a lot of you are. So let me explain to you what's going on. Several weeks ago, I just got sort of irate with SBA and said, I'm just sick of it. Enough already. You're not processing people who have been waiting for their loans to process since March. Let's up it an ante. So what I did was I launched a private Instagram account, which I affectionately call the private. It's sort of like a VIP lounge where you just don't let people with scarves in. And it's a VIP. So I launched it on Instagram. And basically what you do is you go to the main LALATE account, which is Instagram // LALATE _. Follow that account, then send a DM and ask for a request to know where the private is. Tell me where the private is. You will then get a link to an account to go to find out where the private is. Once you're at the private, then you request access to the door. It's just like going to a nightclub. You knock on the door and you say, can I get in? Let me in. It's like that old Mervyn's commercial that was in LA where someone was on the door, was like, open. And so then you try to get in and you're let in. And then once you're in, then the mess starts. What is this? I don't understand the internet. What are these tabs? Okay, so yesterday I came back in the late evening after a drink or two, and I watched yesterday's EIDL video, and I literally was falling over. I did not know it said that. But yeah, that's what's going on. There was one viewer who knows that he was one of really 2 people who inspired yesterday's video. It was predominantly him, and he's a very wonderful, charming person who is out of Florida, Panama City, and rescues boats. And he had gotten into the private, and he said, so what do I do? And I said, you press the tab. He says, tab, what's the tab? I said, press the tab, what's the tab? Press, I was going to do this with Blaine 666. It was going to be a whole shtick today, but I just don't have the energy. It was going to be me, and then Blaine 666 was going to try to get into the private, and like no one was going to let him in. But it's like, okay, it's going to take 5 hours to record that video, so I'm just not doing it. So I'm reenacting what happened yesterday, which is the viewer's like, okay, what's the tab? I'm like, the tab. What's the tab? And I get this like literally, he's not the only one. And so I'm having to take screen grabs of the front page of the Instagram account. If you don't know, once you're in the club, like a bad 50 Cent, well, I shouldn't say it's bad, as a famous 50 Cent song in the club, once you're in the club, you need to refresh the front page of the Instagram account, because then you see all these little tabs, which apparently is a very confusing word for a lot of people. Tab, 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 tab. And everyone's like, what's a tab? Okay, if this was Microsoft, it would be called a window. If it was all SBA, it would be called a button. I call it a tab. I mean, it's like not the beverage, but actually a tab. So you have these series of tabs. Now, ultimately, I think that people are getting confused what these tabs are. One tab is for recon, basically for people who have problems with recon. The other tab is a tab for loans. Now, I got to tell you, in the last 24 hours, I don't know what's happening, but I'm getting a lot of people who have the same problem. Thankfully, it's an easy one to fix. That's why I'm doing so well for all of you. The same problem I keep on getting is I got a loan offer, I accepted, it's processing, it hasn't moved. That is the one I can literally get you the loan is in like by the time that this recording is over, like, the next 15 minutes, faster than an order of shakes and fries at McDonald's, the drive-through. I can get you that fast. And that's an easy one to do. But I really don't know why there's so many of you suddenly with that one. I mean, it's fine. So when you're in the private, just DM me. I'm like, okay, I'm going to have this fixed for you within seconds. But what I need you to understand really, and this is very important, is Experian Vantage 3.0. I am literally now telling everyone, and I'm telling the mentors as well to tell you this, that whenever you're going through, once you're in the private, whenever you're starting to do the first step, you got to call up Experian, and you got to know what your Experian Vantage score 3.0 score is. And I'm going to say that again. Experian Vantage 3.0 score. It can't be anything else. It can't be 2.0. It can't be Experian. I mean, it can't be TransUnion. It is specifically that, and I want you to know it the minute in which you come into the portal, private. So, I mean, when you're waiting to get into the club, get on your cell phone and call Experian and say, hey, what's my Vantage score? The reason why is because so many of you have issues that really are dependent upon the credit score. People who are stuck, who have accepted the loan offer, they absolutely need to know their Vantage score that minute. They need to know it literally that minute. If it's over 590, you're fine. Done. And if you can screen grab it, even better. If you can screen grab the Vantage score, even better. But you need to know it that minute. Now, if your Vantage score is low, and unfortunately I've had a couple of these viewers in the last 24 hours, if it's low, you need to get it up. If you don't need to get how to get it up, I mean, you got to watch my videos, but I'm going to repeat it right now. So if you miss the other videos, I'm going to make it easier for you. Just watch this video. You need to get adverse things off that credit score. Adverse stuff off the credit score. Plus, there's a thing called the Experian Vantage 3.0 Boost. One of the mentors talked about it yesterday. It's a boost that they just do a free thing for you, and you get an extra 20 points. That 20 points could do it for you. Now, if you do all that and your Experian credit score is still in the tank, I can't help you. There's nothing left that I can do. You're not going to get a loan unless you do a co-borrower. You could do a co-borrower. There's chats that they're not allowing co-borrowers. I don't think that's true. But you can do a co-borrower to that they will co-sign the loan. They will do that. But if you don't have a co-borrower and your Vantage score is under 590, it's like 530 or 520, that is dead on arrival. I can't help you with that situation. Next, even if you're in recon, you need to know this credit score at every moment. So I'm always telling people, this is the first step. Get that Vantage score right. Get it right now. So if you're watching this video, you need to be picking up the phone as soon as the video is over. Not while the video is playing, because I want you to watch the video, but I want you to pick up the phone and call Experian. Now, I've had a lot of viewers that are, they have some issue about their telephone, and Experian can't verify where you are. I don't know what all that is. I mean, I'm not Officer Gadget. I am not, I'm not Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible. I don't know what's going on with your phones and all that in Experian. But if Experian can't tell you your credit score and don't know where you are, and you're using some strange voice to telephone telepathy that was installed by some, Eskimos that came down for lunch one day. I can't fix that either. I mean, I can't fix your telephones either. I mean, this is not the telephone channel. That's someone else has a telephone channel. That's just not me. So, take care of that with someone else. Because if you can't get your Experian credit score, I can't help you either. I mean, there's nothing worse than going to XPA to get a loan that's based upon a credit score and you don't know what the credit score is and you can't get the credit score. I'm like, why are we doing this? I'm like, why? You have to do things you have to require. Ultimately, if you got that Experience credit score over 590, you're done. I mean, we're going to win. We're absolutely going to win. It's very, 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 very simple. So that's the great news. Now, how do I press the tab? Where's the tab? Where do I go in the tab? These are these things, I can't even do this video. These tabs are not going to hurt you. Pressing on a tab in Instagram is not going to hurt you. It's not going to have someone come knocking on your door and say, you pressed the tab too many times. As I said yesterday, if you've ever been in the bedroom with someone, don't be cautious with your hands. Use your hands. Your hands are your friends. Use enjoy the entire experience of Instagram, because if you don't want to touch things, I mean, I plead for your partner in bed, because you're just not very active with what you're doing with your hands. Press the tab and go in the tab. So then when you're in the tab, you're like, what am I doing in the tab? I just don't. I've never done this before. I just feel very uncomfortable. I just don't know what to say. I mean, have a shot of whiskey before you go into the private. Turn on some Led Zeppelin and get yourself in the mood. I don't know what to say if it makes you so nervous to use Instagram. I mean, you use YouTube. I don't know why Instagram makes you so darn nervous. It's like, oh my God, this is like, I can't touch this thing. It's just, Mark Zuckerberg somewhere laughing and thinking he's created a zombie culture because no one wants to touch his products. But if you're in the tab, then look for the contacts. Look for the Raycon contact. Look for the loan tab contacts. Go up in the tab, go to the top of the tab and move around and you'll find the contacts. Ultimately, we're not doing rocket science here. We're just trying to get people to use Instagram. I'm not being compensated by Mr. Zuckerberg, but in the same regards, I'm having a laugh by some of you that really just don't want to touch things. It's just hysterical. It's just, oh my God, Dr. Ruth must be wondering, what is he doing on that channel? We're approaching 100,000 subscribers later this week. Thank you, as always. The big news is that you are helping one another. Please help one another. That's the spirit of this channel. Help one another. Earlier this week, I ranted a little bit. I said some of you weren't helping. Boy, you turned around. And so now we have 2 mentors. And someone says, I can't find the mentors. Where are the mentors? Where are the mentals? It's not mentals. It's not that cough drop you throw in your mouth. It's mentors. Just send me the link. Where are they? Do they have telephone? Where can I drive by and pick them up? It's like, no. We are here to help you, and we're doing progress. We're getting loans approved. The last one, and this is sort of strange. I was doing videos weeks ago where I said not to take loans if they're collateralized, if you don't want to be collateralized. Now a lot of people are saying, hey, I'm worried about the pandemic. I need a lot of money because I'm worried the pandemic's going to get worse and I need a lot of money. How much money can I get? The interesting thing is, and I told one of the mentors this, is that I literally have seen just everything happen. I've seen loan offices that just sort of give money away just because. So it's like, okay, how much you want behind curtain number 1? Okay, I'll give you a bad Suzuki that no one wants to own, and I'll There's always a car on The Price is Right that no one wants to own and they're giving it away, or whatever the show that was. Let's Make a Deal. And then they're giving big, massive loan amounts for no reason. Next, sometimes the loan officers want to do the calculation, but they fix the numbers you provided them to streamline the application to get you a higher loan amount. Finally, some loan officers don't want to do anything. But as one viewer once said to me just days ago, I don't want to take someone's loan money if I don't qualify for it. I mean, really... If the loan officer wants to give it to you, take the damn money, folks. It's like, really? If the loan officer says, you can have this, you may have this, well, take the darn money. Who are we? I just don't know. I mean, I love to help other people, but it's not like you're taking money that's for someone else. It's money that's sitting in the coffers of SBA that's been allocated by a group of people that don't know what they're doing. So take the darn money if you want it. As always, like and subscribe to this video. Stay positive, stay motivated, stay focused, stay smiling, stay laughing as much as me, and stay with LA for more.